Women are attracted to emotional stability. One of the biggest mistakes men make is believing attraction is only physical, but emotional experience matters deeply. Women pay attention to how a man makes them feel emotionally, and emotional stability creates safety. Think about modern life. Most people are emotionally chaotic, reactive, insecure, impatient, desperate for validation. That energy feels unstable. But calm men feel different. Their energy feels grounded. And grounded men naturally stand out in a world full of emotional noise. Desperation destroys attraction. One reason calm men attract women is because calmness usually signals non-desperation. And desperation is one of the fastest ways to destroy attraction. Women can feel desperation, not only in words, but in energy. The neediness, the over-explaining, the constant seeking of attention. Men who desperately need approval unknowingly communicate weakness. Because desperation says, "Please choose me so I can feel valuable." But calm men move differently. They enjoy connection without emotionally depending on it. That creates mystery, and mystery creates attraction. Calm men control their emotions. Most men lose attraction through emotional instability, jealousy, overreacting, neediness, insecurity. The problem is not emotion itself. The problem is lack of control. Women naturally observe emotional control in men because emotional control signals strength, not fake toughness, real internal discipline. A calm man does not panic under pressure. He thinks before reacting, and that emotional composure creates psychological attraction. Silence creates tension. Calm men usually speak less, and silence has psychological power. Most people talk constantly because they fear judgment. They over-explain themselves, overshare emotions, seek constant reassurance. But calm men are comfortable with silence, and silence creates tension. Women often become curious around men who are emotionally composed and slightly mysterious, because mystery activates imagination, and imagination strengthens attraction. Women test emotional strength. Many men do not realize this, but women often observe how men respond emotionally, not always consciously, but psychologically. Pressure reveals masculine stability. A man who becomes aggressive over small things appears emotionally weak. A man who loses control easily feels unstable. But calm men communicate, "I can handle pressure," and that creates trust. Emotional chaos may create excitement temporarily, but emotional stability creates long-term respect. Attention is power. Modern men are addicted to female attention. That addiction destroys masculine energy. Because once a man becomes emotionally dependent on attention, he loses control over himself. His mood depends on validation. His confidence depends on responses. His peace depends on approval. That creates emotional weakness. But calm men protect their attention. They do not obsess over every message, every reply, every opinion, because their life already has purpose, and purpose makes men attractive. Purpose is attractive. One thing women notice deeply is direction. A man with purpose moves differently. He values time, focus, growth. He is building something. And because of that, he does not center his entire existence around chasing women. That creates emotional balance. Ironically, men attract more when attraction is not their main obsession. Confidence without performance. There are two types of confidence: performative confidence and internal confidence. Performative confidence is loud. It needs attention constantly. Internal confidence is calm. It does not need to prove itself every second. That is why calm men feel powerful, because their confidence feels natural, not forced. Women feel energy more than words. Many men focus too much on what to say. But attraction is often nonverbal. Energy, body language, presence. A calm man communicates confidence through slower movement, controlled emotions, eye contact, patience, composure. That creates masculine presence. And presence is unforgettable. The most attractive men are not chasing. The men women often remember most are usually not the men trying hardest, because calm men create emotional space. They do not suffocate people emotionally. They are comfortable with uncertainty, comfortable with patience, comfortable with themselves. That emotional independence creates attraction. Emotional self-control is rare. In modern society, most people are emotionally impulsive. Instant reactions, instant anger, instant attachment. But calm men develop restraint, and restraint creates strength. The ability to pause before reacting is psychological power. Women respect men who respect themselves. Self-respect changes male behavior. Men with self-respect set standards, protect their peace, avoid emotional chaos, walk away from disrespect. That creates masculine stability, and stability builds respect. Desperate men tolerate everything. Calm men know their value quietly. The difference between weak silence and powerful silence. Not all silence is confidence. Some men are quiet because they fear speaking. But powerful silence feels different. It comes from emotional control. The calm man is not silent because he is afraid. He is silent because he does not need to dominate every moment. That creates psychological weight. Peaceful men feel safe. Women are deeply affected by emotional atmosphere. A chaotic man creates stress. A peaceful man creates emotional comfort. Not boring comfort, grounded comfort. The type of presence that lowers anxiety instead of increasing it. That energy becomes magnetic over time. Real power is calm. The world confuses loudness with strength. But true strength is controlled. Controlled anger, controlled ego, controlled emotion. That is why calm men feel powerful. Because they are not constantly leaking emotional energy. Women are not only attracted to looks, they are affected by emotional experience. And calm masculine energy creates a powerful emotional experience. The man who controls himself stands out naturally. Because emotional discipline is rare. In a loud world, calmness becomes power. Master your emotions, protect your attention, build your purpose. And remember, the calm man does not chase energy, he creates it. Why women pull away from emotionally needy men. One truth many men refuse to accept. Neediness destroys attraction faster than rejection, because emotional neediness feels heavy. A needy man constantly seeks reassurance. He needs constant replies, constant attention, constant validation. And over time, that energy becomes emotionally exhausting. Women naturally feel when a man's emotional state depends on them. That pressure slowly kills attraction. Because attraction grows best in emotional freedom, not emotional suffocation. Calm men understand this naturally. They enjoy connection, without emotionally collapsing when attention disappears. The psychology of mystery. Human beings are drawn toward mystery, especially emotionally intelligent women. When a man reveals everything instantly, there is no psychological tension, no curiosity, no depth, no emotional space. But calm men move differently. They reveal themselves slowly, not because they are playing games, but because disciplined men do not overshare emotionally, and mystery creates imagination. The mind becomes curious about what it cannot fully read. That curiosity strengthens attraction. Women notice how men handle pressure. Pressure reveals masculine energy. Anyone can appear confident when life feels easy, but real character appears during stress. Women unconsciously observe this. How does he react when things go wrong? How does he react to disrespect? How does he react to uncertainty? Weak men become emotional instantly. They panic, overreact, lose composure. But calm men remain centered, and centered energy feels powerful because emotional stability signals leadership. The danger of making women your entire purpose. Many men lose themselves chasing attraction. Their entire identity becomes getting attention, impressing women, seeking validation. That creates weakness, because once a man's purpose becomes external, he becomes emotionally dependent. Calm men attract differently, because women are not the center of their existence. Purpose is, mission is, growth is, and ironically, that independence creates attraction. Why calm men feel safe. Safety is deeply psychological. A woman may enjoy excitement temporarily, but emotional chaos becomes draining long-term. Calm men create emotional steadiness, not boring energy, stable energy. The type of presence that says, I can protect peace instead of creating drama. And peaceful masculine energy becomes extremely attractive over time. Most men talk too much. Weak men often destroy attraction through over-talking, explaining too much, seeking approval constantly, trying too hard to impress. But calm men understand something important. Presence speaks louder than performance. A grounded man does not need endless words to feel valuable. His confidence appears naturally, through composure, patience, eye contact, energy. Women are attracted to men who can walk away. One of the strongest forms of masculine energy is emotional detachment, not coldness, not arrogance, the ability to walk away from disrespect. Weak men tolerate emotional chaos because they fear losing attention. But calm men value peace more than temporary validation. That changes their behavior, and behavior creates attraction. Why emotional control feels powerful. The average person reacts emotionally to everything. That's why emotional restraint feels rare. A calm man can enter a stressful room and somehow lower the emotional tension without trying. Because controlled energy affects people psychologically. People trust calmness. People feel safer around emotional stability. And attraction grows where emotional safety exists. The difference between boys and men. Boys seek validation. Men seek purpose. Boys react emotionally. Men think before reacting. Boys chase constantly. Men build themselves. And women feel that difference immediately. Because masculine maturity changes energy. Why self-respect changes everything. A man who respects himself moves differently. He protects his peace, his time, his focus, his standards. And because of that, he stops begging for attention. Self-respect removes desperation. And desperation is what destroys attraction for many men. The most attractive men are emotionally free. The strongest masculine energy comes from emotional freedom. The ability to enjoy connection without obsession, care, without losing yourself, love without desperation. That creates calmness, and calmness creates presence. Modern men are overstimulated. Modern society weakens masculine focus. Constant scrolling, constant validation, constant emotional stimulation. Men become addicted to attention, and addiction destroys discipline. Calm men separate
themselves from this. They slow down. They think clearly. They become intentional. That mental clarity becomes attractive. Real attraction is emotional. Many men focus too heavily on appearance, but emotional experience creates deeper attraction. How a man makes a woman feel psychologically matters, and calm masculine energy creates emotional safety, mystery, stability, confidence, trust. That combination becomes magnetic. Why women remember calm men. People remember emotional experiences, and calm men create a different emotional atmosphere. In a world filled with emotional chaos, insecurity, attention-seeking, a calm, grounded man feels rare, and rare things become memorable. Calm men attract women not because they try harder, but because they control themselves. They do not leak desperation, do not chase validation, do not panic emotionally. They move with discipline, and emotional discipline creates masculine presence. In a loud world, calmness becomes power, and the men who master emotional control become unforgettable.